I take it my level is okay.
Yeah. Talk some.
Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm here. Let's see if this mic level is okay.
Yeah, sounds all right. Yep. It automatically puts a thing in there when you're in. Have you used OBS before?
Never.
Okay. All right. So
I thought about downloading it because I thought
it's free. I mean, it's.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like people are using it because I don't know. I haven't thought about live streaming so much as I've thought about maybe using it to do a video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you record with it. That's what I do all my, pretty much most of my recordings with. All right, now to go to Creator Studio. Let's see who's there. Live streaming. And we are there. We are live. And if you want to check it out, you can check it out. Actually, I'm going to... Yeah, I can hear me.
That's good.
Probably hear an echo.
No, I don't hear any echo at all. Do you hear an echo?
No, it's because it's going through this. Yeah, I got it paused now. The video pause. So if you want to look at it, see what that shot looks like, go ahead. That's just,
what shot looks like?
Oh, the stream.
All right.
On the stream.
On the stream?
Yep. It's kind. I can make it really professional. I mean, I just did that real quick, but I can make it look professional.
Oh, I see. Yeah. All right. We're live now.
We are live. Let's see if anybody comes in. So, I guess I can.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. And that's how I did it before. Now I had this other program called Wirecast where it was, you could do you can't do opacity with OBS. You change the capacity, the transparency of a picture. You could do that in Wirecast. You can do a lot more. But this is something like Wirecast, but Wirecast was like on steroids compared to this. I mean, it's professional software.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see if anybody comes in. They're probably getting tired of me.
Yeah. Let's see. I think. Well, last I knew, I'd have to look. I know Hack just had a.
Yeah, he finished. He finished one.
He finished one, and then I think. Oh, let me go to. I think Pete Thorne has got one going.
I don't watch him a whole lot. I mean, I do watch him. It's just I can't keep up with everybody. There's so many people I like, and I like to. Have you ever listened to Tone King's he's not live, but you ever listen to, who Mark Zabel is? Have you? He's a real good guitar player, very good instructor, and I think he's out of, don't quote me, I don't know, Michigan, I forget, but he's really good. I just like the way, and he does some live stuff on Sunday, and I'm usually out, I don't get to listen to it. And then he'll put some videos up. But he's been doing putting some more videos up during the week besides Sunday. And he's really good, and he gives you the tabs. He shows you how to do stuff, and you can download the tabs if you want. So I definitely like the way he plays and his approach. Real nice guy.
I recognize that name. Maybe I do watch him sometimes.
So we do have two watching, unless it's me and you.
Well, yeah, I'll bet that's who it is.
But I'm in the Creator Studio where you set up your stream, and so I don't know if that counts. Yeah. It probably does. Let me see. But somebody will come in. I was doing my stuff when Johnny Beam was live, and I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 people came in. Oh shoot. Can I retract that? I want this removal. I said hello. I want to say hello all.
Oh,
Yeah. But and this is an alternative. You want to do, let's say, I think this is how Eric does this stuff. Because a lot of his stuff looks professional. And if you see the grass, I just download that YouTube. I use that, and that Mitch's guitar. I just got that from my. Hey, Black Country, how you doing, buddy? How's the audio and video look, and audio sound? We are on Skype, and it's working the way it should. I got everything working the way it's supposed to.
hello, Black Country.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you here again.
So actually, I could have sounds good deal. So I could make a smaller window, and so I can see you now. That's the way I say I just made OBS window a little smaller, and I have the chat on the right hand side, but I can still do this. And there we go. There we go. Independent of each other, so that's good. Oh, I don't have the chat. Where's the chat? There we go. Now we're cooking. Yeah, Black Country. We were trying to see. There's a way, like, everybody's scrambling to see how we're going to. How we're going to do the Google Hangouts when they go away, if they go away. Bless you, Dale. And so there's a feature in Skype where it lets you share its video through OBS and other programs. And OBS is what a lot of the people on YouTube, the guitar players, whatever, they'll record their video. And you can record your video and do a live stream to YouTube. You can set up to go to YouTube Live. So I've been working on it, and I could never get it to work with this feature that's in Skype. Well, everything I read, don't download the Windows from the Windows Store version of Skype, and that's the only thing I found. I mean, I downloaded some old versions, and they just didn't work. They're too outdated. But you have to download the Creators Content Edition or something like that. It's like version 8, so I got that. And all the settings were there, and OBS sees it, and knock on wood, everything's working the way it should be.
Now, with this type of setup, if you were to have 4 people, you would have to create 4 different windows, correct?
Yep. Not a big deal.
So there's no switching. It's just a matter
you can have multiple call on Skype. Yeah. So, but you can still do the 4 separate windows. Yeah, you can still do that, or whatever. How many? Yep. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. But I try to put up a decent looking shot. So real quick, that Mitch's guitars, I just grabbed that from one of my videos, and it kind of looks cool actually. And then the YouTube lower third thing. So I was trying to look for something to put your name on under you, and then I would have one under me. It looked like kind of professional. But we can do that.
That's minor details, though.
Yeah. Talk a little bit.
Well, one thing I'm curious about is why you are continuing to pursue the NDI and Skype with OBS as opposed to. It just seemed like the other solution.
Jitsi, yeah, it worked quite well. Oh yeah.
A more ideal solution.
Right.
Easier. Automatically does the switching and more the equivalent of Google Hangouts.
Right, for sure. But I don't mind. I mean, you can probably be more professional, like if you want to do something. Like I was thinking about like maybe doing a weekly, maybe a weekly interview with somebody, and with one guest, if I could get anybody, if there would anybody be interested in talking to me, maybe not. But yeah, I think that would be cool.
I don't think you'd have that big of a problem getting people. I mean, you support a lot of channels, and a lot of people are appreciating your support, and I would think that quite a few would reciprocate.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, hey Rick, how you doing? Okay, lots of echo. All right, tell me, did it go away? I'm trying to talk, Dale. Can you talk some?
Okay,
All right.
I'll talk. Black Country. It is going to be.
All right. Well, all right. They can't hear you. I just killed you by accident.
You killed me. Oh
yeah.
no.
All right. How's the sound now? Did the echo go away? I did kill some of the other. Is it okay? Yeah. Yeah. The thing when you're creating an NDI, an NDI source, I think it automatically kicks in. Even though I'm doing a video, it automatically kicks in another thing in the mixer, a sound thing from you. So that's what but you were coming in on elsewhere too, so I had to mute the other thing. One or the other. But I think we're good now. Am I you can hear me okay too, Rick? I'm not too loud or too overmodulating. Hey Dan, how you doing?
How are you, Dan? Good to see you here, Rick.
Dan, I've been scouring the internet trying to find an alternative, which I think we did, to use for Google Hangouts. And I used a program the other night, Jitsu, very easy to set up, and you can stream it to YouTube live. And slightly distorted. Okay, I can. All right, I just cut my audio. Hopefully that's better. And Dale, talk some, cause
okay, I'll talk some. I'll make sure you didn't mute me this time.
No, I'm going to put a filter on you to make you.
Oh, all right.
Oh, well, let me see. Here we go. Audio gain. All right, talk some, Dale.
I have an adjustment right on my mic, so I can turn it down or up as required.
All right, is Dale any louder now? Talk some, Dale.
Talking right now, and yes. Right now I'm talking with Mitch through Skype, and he's taking that screen of me on Skype and imposing it into OBS.
Correct.
So he's done, essentially it's like a screen capture of Skype.
Yeah, OBS will pull in actually the executable. See, you could do it, you could capture the screen capture, but it's a pain to do it that way. This way it just brings in, actually when you have the NDI working, and you go to you for an NDI source, it has your Skype and has your name in there. It just makes it so easy.
So it's just bringing in the Skype feed.
Yep. Just your video. Then I can do another one with me, local Skype, which would be me, and it's really easy. Yeah,
that's good input.
Yep. See, I have I don't know if any of you guys messed around with OBS before, but it's got, you set up your shots. It's got your sources, and then it has a mixer panel, and that's where all the audio sources. But I got a bunch of extra extra ones in there from doing all this testing that I probably don't need in there. But actually, I could probably. I wonder if desktop audio. You would be on. Talk a little bit, Dale.
Okay.
All right, number. I'm gonna switch Dale's audio to the desktop audio. It should still work. All right, talk now so I know which one to cancel.
Okay, I'm talking now.
All right. Wait a minute. All right.
Janice Lala. Good to hear. It's looking good.
All right. Does Dale sound? All right. I just switched audio source. It's the same source, but I had two different ones. All right. Talk a little bit, Dale.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
It should be all right. Hi, Janice. Yeah, this is good. This is Janice. This is free. This is OBS, which you probably heard we've been using all along. But a lot of us will do like Dave R's guitars. He'll do a single stream when he's doing stuff live, and you can set it up to stream through YouTube. But the problem was, how do you get more than one people in here? Before, like what I was doing a couple weeks ago, I was capturing the Google Hangout, but if that goes away, so what other choices we have? Well, this choice here is with. I know you've been following me, so with Skype, with Skype and this NDI feature enabled, this will let OBS capture the Skype window of who's in your call, and it just makes it much easier to set up. And I couldn't get it working, and what am I doing wrong? Well, I had the wrong version of Skype. You need a creator's edition of Skype or something like that. I just saw it today, and because you should have all these choices to change. When you set up your camera, I should be able to set up a virtual. That stuff wasn't in it, but it is now. I can set up a virtual camera, and it's working. I got the right version on it now. It's really working. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So the thing about OBS, what makes it so good is, how when somebody's trying to play a guitar in a Hangout, you can't do it. It's just going to kill the sound. Here, when you do a single stream, it's not going to kill the sound. Now, I don't know how it is. The bad thing about Skype is Skype kills all kinds of sound. It needs the full attention. Skype is very resourceful, because if you remember the other day, Dale, when we were in the Hangout in Jitsi,
yes,
I think Dave picked up his guitar. It sounded all right in the beginning. I picked up mine. I could barely hit it. I could barely hear it because Skype was killing everything else in the background. As soon as when we stopped the call, everything was loud the way it was supposed to be. So Skype does a lot of things. It needs full attention of the system.
Now, I remember playing my acoustic for just a very short period of time. And I can't remember now. I thought that was with Jitsu, and it did come out sounding fairly good.
Yeah. You were, but it wasn't an electronic sound. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But
yeah, it was only through my mic.
It didn't sound bad. All right, Black Country. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. But we got
cheers, Black Country Blues.
6 people on. Yeah, I don't know if you're still in here, Dan. Yeah, it's a window capture, but it just captures the window, nothing else. You don't want it to capture the whole desktop, then it becomes a pain. See, when I have Wirecast, you could crop. You can't, as far as I know, you can't crop in. Maybe you can. I have to look it up, but I don't think you can crop in OBS. See how I did it before? I would just capture the desktop, but I could crop everything out. But I don't think you. I could be wrong. I'm not sure if you can crop in OBS. I have to look that up. And you can do text in OBS. I never even did text in OBS, but you can. And I forget how to do that. Um, but like I said, I had Wirecast. I got an old version, but it won't work. The version I have will not work in Windows 10. But it costs $200 for me to upgrade it. I'm thinking about it. Of course, I don't want to do it if no one's gonna. I need people participating with me, and if I want to do something beneficial, or I mean, there's so much information. I know it's a glutton of information. What more could I offer? And there's so much information now. I can't keep. I mean, I like to listen to all these streams. I know. Well, Steve was on last night, Steve from Boston, but I was messing around with this. Oh man, I think I went to bed 3 o'clock last night, because I did download NDI tools, which it still works. I could get it to work somewhat to do the same kind of thing, but it's easier if Skype was working this way to see everything. And because I did do a stream last night where I did get it working. I had two different. Did I lose you, Dale?
No, I did that.
Oh, I was gonna say what? Okay, because it showed up a blue S. So yeah, I was up till 3 o'clock just researching this stuff, and so what am I doing wrong? I was thinking maybe I had the wrong version, and then I saw it today, and I didn't see anywhere where it said you need this creator's edition of Skype. Because the new version had the NDI, and I had that enabled. But I guess that was more the Windows 10 version, or the well, I got it at the store. Don't get it at the Microsoft store. Oh, do you know who Dale? You know who 213 Guitar Jams is from the chats?
2 and 3. I think so.
He told me ahead of time he was going to Chuck Levin's. If you're familiar with that, it's outside of DC.
Oh yes, I saw
That's
that.
where
Yes.
Tone King always goes. Well, he
Yes.
went there and he got the same guitar I got, and I think
really?
ordered. Yeah, I think he ordered the Helix too.
Well, he indicated that he was going to,
Right.
or thought he would.
Yeah, so he did some jams last night, and I'm trying to get a hold of him. So I tried to tell him how to email me, because you have to be in my Gmail contacts list before I can. You know how we do the messaging thing? It's just between us. So I'm trying to do it with him, but I try to tell him to send me an email so I can put in my contacts, and we could do because I want to meet him. He lives close to me too. Well, he's in Maryland, but he don't live too far from me. So I like to hook up with him sometimes. So actually, let me see where his. Let me check my email real quick, because you when you try to post an email, I think they might block it. So like in a comment thing on the YouTube videos, and so I told him that just to email me at MMAN, and I put parentheses AT, and then gmail.com, so it wouldn't delete it. But I don't know if he figured that out. But yeah, I like to hook up with him or something. I mean, he had mentioned about we meet for coffee, because he's in Catonsville, Maryland, so it's about, I don't know, maybe 30 miles or so. But Westminster is only like half the distance.
That's not very far at all, then.
No. But Catonsville is about 30 miles or so. Actually, my ex, that's where she's from. My first marriage, they said, how would Will say it? Will Varilla. It lasted about 2.5 hours, that marriage.
Oh, all right.
Enough to have a son that hates me.
Oh, jeez.
It's horrible.
How does he feel about his mother?
Well, she was crazy. But that's one reason why he hates me, because I didn't get him out of there. I didn't know she was going to treat him. Oh, I'm very close to Thurmont. Probably less than 50 miles, Janice. Where are you? It's like towards Frederick, Maryland.
Janice is in Connecticut, from what I recall.
Oh. Yeah, Thurmont, Maryland is not far at all. Not too far at all. Yep, you're from Connecticut.
Stamford,
so what do you know about Thurmont? Other than I just go like the main drag is like Route 15. I went to a couple of restaurants up there, or one going there from I forgot what the name of it was. But I got a buddy of mine who lives in Frederick, and I've been up there a couple times. He's like a professional bass fisherman. I got you.
Oh, family. Oh.
Yeah, it's not far from you at all. It's like less than 50 miles. Actually, I can be more specific. Let me see. How far is from here?
The wonders of Google.
Yeah. 45 miles. No, 34 miles, 45 minutes. Yeah, I know it's not that far. I can get there probably less than an hour. Now Rochester is far from me, but you're right there with the Baseball Hall of Fame, right? Isn't that around there?
Oh no, that's about I think 3.5 hours somewhere in there.
I thought it was in Rochester. The reason why I say that the Orioles, the Baltimore Orioles, they used to have their minor league thing. They used to have there in Rochester, New York. Not anymore. They switched. I don't know where they're at.
Oh yes, they were the farm team. Yes.
Yes, the Rochester Red Wings.
Red Wings. Yep. Mm-hmm. You remember well.
Yeah, well, I'm a big Oriole fan, and back in the day, I don't know if you're into baseball. I mean, I used to be. I follow it in a sense where I know who's doing well, but I don't watch any games anymore. All I got to do is look at the box score the next day. I know what's going on, you know.
Yes.
But the Orioles are one of the worst teams in baseball. They're rebuilding. But I guess you're a Yankees fan, huh?
Yes. Well, I've been a Yankees and I went to college in Boston, so I've always been a Red Sox fan as well. And I know there's a little thing going on between the two.
Oh yeah.
I don't pay much attention to that.
I don't either. I like it.
I root for both teams. I guess if it came down to it at this point, I'd root for the Yankees.
Me too. I like the Yankees. I don't know. They're just so historic, and they got a lot of good players. They might do it. They might. I mean, they had a lot of injuries this year, and they were still winning. So who knows what's going to happen this year? Oh, let me see what else we got here. 7 watching.
Is that what it says? 7?
The Frederick Rock School? Is that rock as in rock music?
Yeah, it says 7.
My cousin runs the Frederick Rock School. See, I went up there a few times for, I used to be into computers and stuff like that. I mean, I still am, but I used to go all these different computer shows. They used to have them locally, like different spots, and you buy parts and build your own computer. Well, since Micro Center opened up, I think I killed a lot of the local computer shows around. They were around all the time. But now Micro Center is this electronics computer store. I mean, they sell those things too, TVs, whatever. But parts for computers. So there's one in Maryland. It's not too far, like 40 miles or something. That's cool. Is it for young children, young kids, Janice?
Well, it says School of Rock, so that's...
Yeah.
I would think high school and maybe junior high age at least.
Mm-hmm.
I think those things are so cool to get people involved in that sort of thing and give them an opportunity to play live,
Excel. I don't know if you ever watched that movie with Jack Black, School of Rock. My wife, she watches it all. Anytime it's on, she loves that.
I love that show. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good movie.
movie. Yeah. I've yet to get my pick of Destiny though. I keep forgetting to order one as a tag along on another guitar order.
A heavy metal guy. That's one thing I don't know. I'm not good at heavy. I don't know. I mean, I'm there being. Oh, very cool. Yeah, it's cool, Janice. And Black Country Blues, very good. A scholarship at the University of Bridgeport, very good. I lost my train of thought. God damn it now.
You were talking about heavy metal.
Yeah, I've been messing around with Crazy Train, and I got it pretty close. It's just the timing, and they need to get quicker little spots. But I mean, I got the lead down fairly, somewhat, and it sounds pretty cool. But but there's another lead in there where it goes. I haven't got to that part yet, but I've just been hammering, and it's come along pretty good. And I like the way the Helix. I got a nice patch in there that I downloaded a couple different ones, but some of them weren't too good. But the two I got of Randy Rhoads sound really good, especially the one for when you're playing Crazy Train. Yeah, it's not that I don't like metal. I mean, some of it I don't like, but some of it I do. Some of it's got some really good. But I mean, the what's that type of singing? That grunge type of singing, or where it's called, where they're just screaming, and I'm not a big fan of that. But some people think Crazy Train's heavy metal. I just think it's good rock and roll to me.
I'm not actually a real big metal fan. I like some metal, but what I don't really care for is the real guttural vocals. It's just it's just a matter of taste. I don't fault anybody who likes that, but I like to hear a good melodic singing out of a voice, as opposed to that kind of sound.
Melodic. You say melodic. Now I like and I can never say his name right. Yngwie Malmsteen, or who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Yngwie
Malmsteen. I like the way he plays. And I'll get somebody will say, he doesn't have much of a melody. To me, I can hear. Now there's a guy I did maybe a couple months ago. I did there's a guy I follow named Johnny Anderson here on YouTube. He's a little younger than me. He might be in his late 40s, early 50s. And he's an unbelievable shredder. Hey, Bam, how you doing? Hey, Bam, finally got this. We were on Skype, got it set up. Everything is working the way it's supposed to work. After trying to get this to work after 4 days, I had the wrong version of Skype. And I got the right version now. It's all working. It was easy to set up. It's still now somebody like Hack might not want to be involved. To me, this is not hard, but Hack wants something easy. And but let's say if I was doing I was saying earlier today, if I decided to do, maybe I can do like a weekly show and interview people or whatever. This is what you want to do. You want to try to make it look a little professional, and I could even do it better than this. Now, where to the thought I was saying before? What was I talking before about the metal?
Well, you were talking about Yngwie.
Oh yeah.
Johnny Anderson. Still be. John Anderson.
Johnny Anderson. You look him up, but it's a pretty common name. But anyway, he's out of I don't know if he's in Tennessee or Kentucky, but he I'm not sure, but I think he's an IT guy. he played in bands. He's got, I think he might have some albums out too. But he's an unbelievable shredder. But he buys these cheap. No, he has good guitars, but he buys these cheap guitars. These Mitchell Guitar Center, Mitchell electric guitars. You know, $200, $100. You don't know that it's a cheap guitar, and it sounds unbelievably good. I mean, he's just so fast and anyway. So I profiled him. If you go back, you'll see. Just if you go on my channel, just type in Johnny Anderson. That video should come up. So I just talked about him. I asked him ahead of time if I could do it because I'm always amazed by the way. He said, "Yeah, sure." And he just doesn't do stuff real. His content is not. He don't do it all the time. And but he's just the way he plays. I'm just happy that I can do half of what I can do. I never thought I would get anywhere. Exactly, Rick. I definitely feel that way. I mean, it's still. I mean, you can't. You're not going to. If something you got an inch, half an inch of action or something like that. But if something's halfway set up, yeah.
I agree with you, Rick. Yeah, a good player can. They can pick up a $80 guitar and make it sound okay. They may not enjoy playing it as much as an expensive guitar, but they can make it sound pretty good.
Rick Romanelli. I'll comment on his stuff, and I love the way he plays. Hey guys, how you doing, Old Blue Win?
Hello, Old Blue Win, and Bam, you're asking, is it better than what he used yesterday? I think this is the same as what he used yesterday. I was using Skype yesterday, but I wasn't using with this NDI feature enabled in Skype. You should be able to bring that window of your caller into Skype. That was not working. I was still using NDI. I could get it to work, but I had to use. I was using two computers to get that to work, and it was. And that wasn't quite right. Long story short, I had the wrong version of Skype. I found that out today after reading a ton of stuff, and there's not a lot of stuff to read about there. But I'm gonna maybe post a video about it. Anyway, you need a creator's edition of Skype or something like that. Once I downloaded that and enabled the NDI, it took 2 seconds to set up this shot. Well, maybe 10 seconds. And this is, to me, this is definitely an alternative to the Hangouts, because even though it's not easy to set up, but for me, I don't mind. But I could, like I say, I could have 4 people in here and show everybody at one time, and so you don't have to worry about the switching back. Or I could set up separate shots where we got a big shot, and I can do all that stuff. It was a lot easier in Wirecast because you just click. Well, it's hard to explain, but maybe I'll get that. But Wirecast, it was just like you would create a shot, and you have these. If you're familiar with how Adobe Photoshop works in layers, and this is kind of works in layers too, actually. But it has everything on a line. So, but I could make several different shots on one line and have one shot with all 4, like if we had 4 callers, then I could make another shot with a big screen, a full screen of you, and just one click, and not a big deal. And I think this just looks so much better, especially in Google Hangouts. Bam, I think you're referring to Jitsi was, I believe it was the day before yesterday we did that, and that's actually a very good solution if you have like 4 or 5 people in it, because it does the automatic switching and all that.
But that was the only thing. It was it was out of sync. It would switch when you've been talking for like 30 seconds. It was such a delay when it would switch. That was worse than the Hangouts. Now, I don't know if I could control that. I could you could probably control that though. Like I say, I could probably switch who had their video shown. But other than that, yeah, Jitsi is definitely. I would think that's the main contender. But we we don't know for sure if this is going to go away or if they're going to have some other. Actually, I think Ed Dana came in last night and he mentioned Google. I forgot what it was. No, I forgot what that will work or something. I don't know.
Like a Google Chat or something.
I forget what it was. They're going to go. Let me do a search real quick. They're going to do a. They're going to offer a service that's going to be paid. So I don't know how that's going to work. Okay. Let me see. What is replacing Google Hangouts? March 2019. Wait a minute. Or this is an older. This is not recent. Google Hangouts is not shutting down, but the classic version is being replaced, and Google is not sharing when. All Hangouts users will be transitioned to the Hangouts chat. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and Hangouts Meet, like enterprise users have been, but enterprise is not free. All Hangout users will be transitioned to Hangouts chat, and maybe the Hangouts Meet might be the one that costs money. But this is all right here. This, let me see. Google. This is older. This is from December 5th of 2018. So this is from 6-8 months ago. Google will shut down all Allo and more. That's something. All right. Google Chat. Hangouts chat. Let me see what I'm doing. Google Hangouts chat. And by the way, I could share my screen too. I could do all that too, but with this program, all right. The only thing comes up, Hangouts Meet comes up, but it's not free. It's like they got a basic professional office suite. $6 a month, and business 20. Yeah, this is with Google Meet, I think, but it has other features too. But I just can't see them not having a free edition, because people that do these shows online, they're generating money, on YouTube for them, for Google YouTube. They're all the same. It's But we'll see. We'll see. Hey Sean, how you doing? Yes, I can. Actually, all right, while you're here, let me make another shot. And I can do that.
I'm just laughing at Black Country Blues comment. Don't sub back, peeps. I'm only here for the beer.
Right,
he had just gone to get it, didn't he?
All right. I'm going to call this Big Dale. Let's see if I can get this to work. All right. You're seeing what I'm doing. All right, how's that? You see, I guess theoretically I can create another shot and just click on it. Is Dale big now, guys?
There's always a bit of a delay, so.
Yeah, there is, and I don't have the YouTube running. How's Dale look now?
Oh, full screen.
Yeah, he's full screen. Yep. So I guess I would do it like, if I use this like I should be using it. So let me, oh, I see I could do that. I turn that off, turn that on. There's another solution when you start talking. I'm not making me big because It took me forever to get this weight off, so I was big enough. I'm not making myself big. I got on scale
so
today.
You want to make me look fat.
I got on the scale today, 218.6 from 273 back in early March.
You're doing great.
Echo on Dale? Oh, well, it might be gone now because you know what? It created another. All right, talk Dale because I can read. I think it created another.
Okay.
I gotta find you. Talk.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, Bam Mazi says, Country Blues. I don't need subs either, as I don't make YouTube content, and my guitars are visible on Imgur, so not doing vids of those either. You know what, though, Bam? I don't know of anybody who, many people that use Imgur. I don't know that much about that service.
You shouldn't be hearing any echo now.
Do you hear echo now? You're saying when he made
when I had
everything full screen.
I didn't
somehow it changed the audio.
Yeah. Sounds good when he is small. Okay.
Now, Black Country Blues. You're saying Imgur question mark. So, are you not aware of that either? I know of it because I wanted to see Bam's new guitars.
Yeah, it created another audio source called Big Dale in a mixer. I muted that one because I got you going through the desktop.
So what happens is you can create all these. It's kind of like making templates, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. How can I? I think it would. If I shared my screen, it would screw you guys up. I have to do a tutorial, but there's tutorials out there. I have to use another screen capture so it wouldn't get confused. But I am going to do maybe put a video up there and title it "How to Get NDI Working on." Or, if your Skype is not working with NDI, you got the wrong version, and just tell everybody, because I didn't see it on YouTube at all. I didn't see it anywhere. I'm going nuts because it's pretty easy to set up.
All right, I see what you're saying, Bam. You're saying Imgur is a image hosting site, and for some reason, PRS forums want you to put the pics on that website for sharing. Yeah, it sounds like it's not Imgur isn't a more popular platform is all, and that's why many of us are not that aware of it. But as long as you can post a link for people, you can steer them towards that site for sharing photos and things. Good one, Sean. Sean saying he loves steak and Italian and a lot of subs. Nothing wrong with that. See now, Rick, Instagram's another one. I don't know. I get so absorbed in just trying to keep up with YouTube, and then, I'm trying to do a little more on Facebook, but sometimes it gets to be a bit overload when you've got too many different social media outlets or too many different types that you're getting alerts constantly, and I don't want everything to run my life too much. It's already taken over a good portion of my time. So I'm resisting Instagram. I'll probably sign up and check it out, but I do have a Twitter account. Had one since it was in its early days, and I reserved my screen name or whatever. But I don't use Twitter. I found it not to be all that useful, and I found that once you follow, they just spam you with alerts 24/7, and I don't want to see 24/7 alerts. I get enough through. I appreciate the YouTube social media more than pretty much anything else. So
yeah, same here. I have a Twitter account. I forgot my password. I haven't used it in so long. I used to use it a little bit, but not too much. Facebook, I use Facebook a lot. I don't post a whole lot. I might post into like Canucks for Guitars or something like that, but I don't post a whole lot of stuff in Facebook other than if I got family posting pictures or something like that. I don't do a whole lot. And I do have the Instagram. I don't even know how to be honest. I don't even know how to. I'll go in there, but I'm not sure what I'm doing in there. I never bothered to learn. I just don't really care about it.
Oh, that's a good point. Janice is saying if she posted today, that if all the people she subs to posted once a week, it would be 147 a day.
Yeah, you're right. Sean's never posted anything in 10 years on Facebook. Jay's Weasel. Yeah, that's the only thing I use it just to keep in touch with family and because I got family in Maryland, which is not far from here, but I got family in Colorado, Florida, but my brother's moving back though. I got a brother we have nothing to do with that lives in Las Vegas, and I think that's about it.
I think it all comes down to whatever preference we all have, and I don't fault anybody for going with one social media over another. I just want to cut down on the amount of time I spend on multiple social medias, so I try to focus in on mainly YouTube, and occasionally I'll do the Facebook thing.
Right. Yeah, I think we talked about that last night, Rick. I have family in Colorado Springs. I was only out there once. About how long ago was it? It hadn't been. I got you. I got you, Janice. I'd rather watch YouTube than TV a lot of time. Not all the time, but there's a lot. Hey, Trash, how you doing? Hey, Trash, we finally got this. We got Skype working with callers, and I can stream it with OBS, and it's working like it should. Yeah, there's live streams, and it's so instructional. If you're a guitar player wanting to learn how to do something, if you want to learn guitar modes, you can learn guitar modes, which I haven't yet. I know some of the basic stuff, major as a relative, minor, it's about it. But just for the content, if you want to learn how to do something, what did I learn? Oh, my lawnmower wasn't cutting. I got a riding lawnmower, and I wanted to go. I think I wanted to raise it. Was setting too low. I just went on YouTube, showed me how to do it. I didn't have to take anything apart. A couple big screws I had to adjust or whatever. And YouTube. There's not enough hours in a day. There's so much stuff I want to learn. Yeah, I did that real fast. So trash. I just, if I took my time, I could get some professional, or I could make my own in Photoshop. Well, Photoshop costs money, but they give you this old version. It's free of Photoshop, but I use a program. It's almost like Photoshop. It's called GIMP, and it's free. I mean, it's not as good as Photoshop, but it's good. You can do a lot of transparent, like lower third. You can do anything, and anything in Photoshop you can do in GIMP. And I don't use it enough to learn how to know how to use it. So every time I haven't used it in a couple of years, I got to relearn myself. All right.
How-to vids are great, Rick. I mean, there's so many things that YouTube is a wonderful resource for, and we just talked about socializing. I think one of the wonderful things is being able to participate in a chat during live
Sean's
streams.
confusing the hell out of me right now. I play by ear. He's talking about the modes. He knows what he's talking about. I don't.
Oh, I have no clue either.
I know what sounds major. To my ear, I can tell you what. I'm pretty sure I can tell what sounds major, minor. That's about it. And I do a little bit of arpeggios, but it's always the same thing. It's always a minor or major thing. I can't. That's the only way I can play. I'm trying to do something different that sounds different. Everything I play sounds the same, unless I'm trying to play a song or something, copying something.
Rick, this has some nicotine in it. I know it's bad for me.
Oh, I was wondering who was smoking.
But the vape is probably the lesser of two evils between this and cigarettes. So.
Wait a minute. Do you smoke cigarettes too, Dale?
I do smoke cigarettes sometimes.
I thought you were smoking the other day when we were chatting or something.
Yeah, I had a cigarette the other day.
Okay, I thought so. That's one thing I don't. I have my parents smoked. I have two brothers and two sisters. And we're all old now, but they all smoked at one time. I never did. I tried it. I could never got anything out of it.
Well, I've quit several times, and at this point, I still smoke cigarettes, but I'm trying to use the vape. Right. With some nicotine more and more as a substitute, and people can argue all day long, but the vape is most likely, and I go to a local source that mixes it local, and I know they're using something that's not real harmful,
Right. I assume you're retired already.
Yes, I'm retired.
Very good. I guess I got another year to go, unless I decide to stay.
Yeah, I stopped working early, and it was because both my parents were in need of regular help. So I kind of stopped working. I was working from home some, where I had flexibility, where I could go over to their house, and I could take time off to go to doctor's appointments. I was an independent worker. But then it got to the point where I just kind of phased out working altogether.
Right. What did you do for a living, if you don't mind, Dale?
Pardon me?
What did you do for a living? What was your position?
I guess my later in my career, it was more along lines of sales.
Okay.
It started off in the engineering type work.
Okay, so you're well, that automatically says you're an educated gentleman.
Yeah, I have a 4-year degree. Actually, my degree wasn't in engineering. I got the job through experience.
Right.
And
I'm just an unskilled laborer, I guess.
Hard-working efforts and learning everything I could possibly learn. And I did take courses, but I never did get the full degree on that one. I
Yeah,
went back to school for a couple of times for different things, but
I guess driving a fork truck just makes me an unskilled laborer. I mean, I don't even do much of that anymore. Now I'm in inventory control. I mean, I do use a fork truck because if I got to fix something, I don't want to be. If I go on a golf cart counting something, I can't fix it. But I spend maybe 3 to 4 hours in the office every day, and maybe the rest of the day counting or verifying inbound variances. Like I mentioned, I work for Dart Container Corporation, and we make the disposable product goods, paper plates, stuff like this. The Tone King, but this is not the Tone
the
King.
soda cups.
These are Toby Keith cups, because he had a line of restaurants some years ago, and we made them for him actually. But I sent some to Tone King because of TK. Anyway, so I've been there 45 years. Come July 30th, 45 years. So yeah, I've been there for a while. A lot of changes. We a lot of different ownerships. My wife worked there 33 years in sales before they closed up the production facility in Owings Mills, Maryland. Now we're all over the country. So the closest production facility we have now is on the Eastern Shore, and which is about probably 160 miles, roughly around there, somewhere around there, between Maryland and near Delaware. Anyway, but we get product from Leola. They have a big facility. Leola, Lancaster, PA. They have a big facility there, not too far. And then we get stuff from Chicago, Dallas, and we're over in Europe. Yeah, it's a long time for one job. It's. I don't have any brains to do anything else. Not that. I mean, I'm very grateful because it enabled me to have. This is my second house. Of course, none of them. It was never paid for. I mean, my old one was never. Well, it was paid for when we bought this one. When we sold the old one. But anyway, But we had a good living. I mean, I'm not complaining. Jay Dale.
Oh, I talked to Jay the other night. He actually came on. It was fairly late, which isn't unusual, but he's still around, and he talked about doing a Skype sometime. I don't think you're going to see any big online presence on YouTube, but anyways, he said he was doing okay, and but hasn't been playing guitar, which surprised me.
Do I know who this is?
Altogether for a couple of years, I think.
Do I know who this is?
You probably don't.
Okay.
Some people might know him as the Mainstain. But
it sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, he would do these late night chats, and pretty much anything goes. And he always deleted the live stream at the end of the live stream. So
just like Suave. What's Suave Train Work?
Suave Train Work? Yeah,
you don't see him anymore. He came in. I think I did something this past week. He came in once a little bit.
Yes, he did do another live stream. He hadn't done it in a long time. I think it was a live stream.
Well, he came in our chat one of the other days. I was doing one of these things.
Oh, all right. Yes.
Yeah, but I haven't seen him because I've been. He'll talk some controversy stuff, which is always fun.
Oh, he's an interesting character. He likes to stir things up.
Very good guitar player too. A really good guitar player.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
I love his slide playing.
Yeah.
But he can knock off some good blues licks.
Yes. Yeah. But I think he worked in a music store. That's his background. I think he worked and managed, or he may have owned a music store. I'm not even sure.
He had his own business doing guitar sales and repairs, is my understanding.
Yeah.
Aside from...
He's close to me. He's about 35, 40 miles from me. He's in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I'm in Hanover, PA. That's just north of me. Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Hi, Brian.
Brian, here's a solution to the Google Hangouts that I finally got working. It's easy to set up. Well, for me, when you have the right version of software, it's right. And Dale and I were doing a Skype call, and I have it streaming through OBS. Yeah, it's just if you have to get the right version of Skype, which is it's Skype for Creators Content Edition or something like that, and enable NDI, and then OBS. You look for an NDI source, and OBS after you have to do your call first, get your call started first, and look for a source. You will see NDI, and I had NDI local and local Skype and NDI. It had Dale's name in there, and bam, it was real easy. And it took me all like 4 or 5 days to search this. Nothing is on. I found something in some chat room or something where they say you have to have this version of Skype, and that's I couldn't find nothing on YouTube. But I'm going to put something on there. If I don't do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. Something about you need this version of Skype to get NDI working with OBS.
I think the big key, though, is just having Skype, even Skype for desktop, I think, would...
Well, I mean...
Because I've got both, and
I got
the other
this,
Skype is not the same at all.
Yeah, I thought... I mean, I got it from the store where I was reading, don't get it from the Microsoft store. Everything led me to there. I had no choice, I thought. But then when I saw this, do that search for the Creators Edition... I uninstalled the version I had, and I put that one on there, and that looks typically more like the classic version, and then all the features are there. Like if I wanted to use, you have your NDI, and it sees I could choose this in here, OBS or a virtual camera. I could choose. Well, I have the NDI tools. I could choose. I have a demo of Wirecast on here, but it's got that stupid watermarks. Anyway, but so it sees that, or you choose your. So it's working the way it's supposed to be working now. But the whole time I've said, "Man, I'm not this stupid. What am I doing wrong?" But I had the wrong version. Yeah, it's if it's called like Creators Edition of Skype or something like that, and it's version 8 point something. Where the one from the store, it's got 14 something. It looks like it's a desktop version. It's got NDI in there, but it would never. Nothing would see it. Nothing would see it.
I wonder what version I've got here. Didn't even think about it.
See, it wouldn't matter with you, but if you're going to do the streaming, you need the version I have. See, it doesn't matter if you're going to do the stream.
Yeah.
I mean, the two PC setup I have working. If you want to use the NDI tools, which I downloaded last night, I got on both, so that worked. But it's like cumbersome and it's still a little bit of a pain.
Yeah, my Skype version says 8.49.0.49.
Oh, so you have an old. You might have the version that works. This is mine.
I imagine it is, and like I said, Mitch, I've mistakenly clicked on the Windows version, which I think that's the same one that probably they use for their phones.
Oh,
Windows phones.
You said 8.49049. That's what I got.
Yeah.
So you had the right one the whole time.
Yeah, and I have only and it's called Skype. It doesn't have to be Creators version. It's really Skype for desktop.
Yeah, but when you do that, it takes you to the store. I kept on doing that. And when
I never went to the Microsoft store for Skype for desktop.
Well, I mean, it's the only thing it took me to. It said I would Google for it, and it says for desktop on Microsoft's site. But when I click the download, it takes me to the store. Now, this Creators Edition, it was like that before, but this Creators Edition that I downloaded, it took me elsewhere, and it didn't take me to the store. So I'm thinking, well, that's one thing that's better.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, Yeah, that 14 is what I had, Rick, and it didn't work. You need to have to get that, the Creators Edition, which it says it's 8 point, what I just said. But I had 14 point something, and it didn't work. But yeah, but have you tried to do any of this? Rick, try to do, see if you can do the, if you can import Skype into your OBS with your version. I couldn't get it to work. I would never see it. On both I had it on both computers. I got to switch the version on that one too now. Oh, I'm pointing. No one sees me. Yeah, both. So the other computer has the 14 version. I'm gonna have to put that other version, the creators version, on there. Actually, let me get that website here.
You could put the link in there for them.
Yeah, I can. It's called Skype for Creators. All right. Here it is. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, it will let me put in there since I'm. All right, check that website out. Yeah, that's the version that's like the exact same version you had. See, when I would do Skype for Desktop, it would take me to Microsoft. Well, this is the Microsoft site too, but it says Skype for here. I'll bring that up. Skype for Desktop for. Here, this is where I was going before. You can look at it too, Dale, and then this was screwing me up. And that's going to take you to the Windows Store when you click on there. I don't want to do it because it'll want to install.
Oh, I see.
And that.
Oh, yeah, it just downloads. It is the same version. 8.49.049. Yeah, I guess maybe it is different.
But look at the other link I posted when you type in Skype for Windows.
Did, yeah.
And that one.
That does say for Skype calls into your content.
Yeah, and that's going to take you, but that's going to take you to the store, and it's going to be that version of that.
It makes it available for third-party apps. Yep, that makes sense. Okay.
But they both had the NDI in there. It just wouldn't work with the version from the store. And I did see that online. Said it's not going to work from. But I didn't see any other. I mean, I did download a version of an old version. It wouldn't even work at all. Wouldn't even log in.
Yeah, when I clicked on it, it just it automatically downloaded it to my downloads folder.
Right.
It didn't go to any Windows store, but in either case, it appears that maybe there is a slight difference in the code for.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working, but it's working now. I got the right one now.
So that one, okay, that's download Skype. Yeah. Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm waiting for Don to get back to me, and I don't know. Let me see, get it there. Well, I think we're going to end this, and I think this is a success. I would say this is a success for sure.
Yeah, I think it worked out very good.
Yeah, like I could be a little more professional. I'll make my own lower thirds, or maybe I'll buy that Skype. I mean, the Wirecast. I think it's $200 to upgrade it, and because I keep on getting, I haven't used it in years, but I still get stuff in the mail, and that should be good. And they have another version but that should be good enough. Although this is working good. I mean, when I'm wasting money, this is working good. But it's easier to do this switching, and like here, I don't think you can. I might be wrong, but I'm not sure if you can do the. You probably can. The cropping in here, you should have to. So, All right, guys. Thanks, Brian, for stopping by. Rick, let me see. Sean, Trash Metal, Black Country Blues, Janice, Rick. I'm probably repeating everybody. Bam was in here earlier. Rick, I said Rick. Black Country, yeah, that's about it. It's about 9's watching. So I'm going to go eat some dinner. I had fish today. Try to eat fish once a week. Oh, Brian, I really appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you, Rick. I really, Brian, I appreciate it. You have a good rest of the night. See you later, Trash. Thanks for coming by. And we shall see you later. Don't go nowhere, Dale.
I'd just like to say it's good to see everybody here. Oops, sorry you're late. 2 and 3 chord jam. But
oh, wait, is he in here?
Yes, he just showed up.
Dale, hey, Don, I sent you a message. If you send me an email, we can do that chat thing I was telling you about. I'm going to put it in here. Go ahead. I don't care. Everybody that's in here knows us. So, yeah, send me an email and we can do. I already set up a thing where I could chat with you and it would be just us. But I need your, preferably if you have a Gmail account. But you may not have to have a Gmail account. But I need your email and I put you in contacts, and then it may work. I'll send you this link to come in this chat. But there you go. Just send me anything in an email. All right. So, guys, have a good Sunday night. Be safe. Have a good week. And we shall see you all later. Bye.